So, to get straight to the point in today's video, do not buy this equipment unless you need it. You really need it. A lot of the time, when you're a beginner starting out with photography, you are hooked into the idea of improvement. You want to improve your gear, you want to improve your microphone, you want to improve this and that, your camera, and you want to buy flash, a lot of things. And to me, as a beginner, I would definitely say that unless you really need it, do not buy a flash just yet, especially a really cheap one, even a $100 one. As you can see, this flash, I haven't used it in so long that there are just a lot of dust on it, and the battery doesn't even work. That just shows the amount of time I use it, which is so little. To me, I would say that as a beginner, a flash, if you don't need it, it's just a gimmick. You basically use it once or twice and then you never get to use it again. Now hold on, like I said, unless you need it for event shooting or indoor shooting or indoor product photography, don't buy it. But if you're a beginner who are trying to learn photography and someone who is basically trying to practice to improve their skill, then I don't think you need a flash. Instead, you need to understand how lighting works by doing outdoor photography, and that is with using the light of the sun. That is much cheaper, and a lot of the time you feel more motivated to do it, because with a flash, if you buy a cheap one, the battery runs out very quickly, and then you're going to miss out another day of shooting because you don't have a battery, you can't be bothered to shoot. And it's sort of become a routine whereby you don't want to do photography because your flash is restricting you. And especially if you're financially limited, I don't really recommend you to buy a flash, because to me, I would say it's more of a gimmick for beginners because it is not practical in all use cases. Believe me, if you're trying to shoot someone with a flash, sometimes you don't like it, you're gonna have to put it in your backpack, you're going to shoot normally anyway. In indoor scenario, a lot of the time you don't need a flash for it. If there is enough light from the window, you don't want to overexpose it. And sometimes the flash can be too bright. And if you just buy a flash, it can be useless because sometimes you need a remote, you need an umbrella, you need a lot of more stuff in order to accompany you with taking photos. And all of that can add up a lot of money, which is why I don't really recommend you to buy it right away, especially when you're a beginner. However, if you're more intermediate or you're more comfortable with shooting and you're more likely to shoot product photography indoors or shooting in an event, then a flash can be useful. But I would recommend you to buy a flash that is a bit more expensive, roughly in the range of $150 to $200, because based on my research, those flashes in that price range seem to offer better quality. Although some YouTubers can say that, oh, buy this flash, it's cheap, it's $50. Believe me, it's more of a gimmick rather than something that you can use. So yeah, that is just my opinion on flash photography in general. I feel like it is overhyped, especially for beginners. You don't really need to know it immediately. Take your time learning about composition. Take your time practicing with your phones or your camera outside, using light, using window light, all of those kind of things. And then when you get good at it and when you feel like you need it, you can buy a flash, a good one that can accompany you everywhere. So yeah guys, hopefully you understand my perspective from it. I've been doing photography for about 5 years and I've never once use a flash. That is why I want to make this video, because a lot of people seems to overhype flash photography, and it might be a bit bad to say this, but you don't really need it. But if you are curious or you have any ideas or opinions, make sure to share it in the comment section down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye and peace.